Welcome to Movie Reedviews with me, Cody Reed. So today I'm going to review The Walk. It's directed by Robert Zemeckis, and it stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Philippe Petit. And it's based on this true story where Philippe Petit is a street performer in the 70s in France, but he also loves high wire acts. In the movie, you get to learn a little bit about Philippe's background in France, and how he's a street performer, but then also how he dreams of walking between the Twin Towers, which are being built at the time. They're almost done, so in order to accomplish this, he needs to hurry before they're completed, or else it'll never happen. And so the first act kind of drags a little bit. It's a lot of the setup, actually quite a bit of the setup, and I think they could have cut like 15 minutes. But then you get to the second act, like literally the second half of the movie, 1 hour out of the movie is set up, and then the second hour is them trying to perform this act, him and some other people, like his group, and that time flies by really quick. After all the setup, it really starts to speed up, and it's definitely worth the wait, and it's amazing. First, briefly, I just want to talk about some of the things like that maybe might have not worked or that did, and then we'll talk about the spectacle of the movie, the reason why you want to go see this, if you have heard of it. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays Petit, like I mentioned, and he does a pretty good job. He shows the drive that this man had to accomplish his mission in life, basically his dream. And then everyone else, like his group and his girlfriend, they're there in the movie, but I don't think they really did anything to contribute much or to really help the plot much. They could have just skimmed over him trying to get these people instead of kind of focusing on them one-on-one, but I didn't really care for that part of the movie. The movie is surprisingly quirky. It's only rated PG, so I think it's good for all families, but yeah, the humor is just a little bit quirky at times and odd. And then you also have Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character narrating the story, like he's talking right to the camera and saying, oh, when I was in France, we had to do this, and I wanted to walk on the wire. So like you have him talking to the camera, which was kind of weird for narration, instead of just him having like a voiceover throughout the whole movie, so that part was kind of meh. But like I said, the reason you go is for the spectacle of the thing. The second half is kind of like a heist film, where they're just trying to do everything in secret and do it really quick in order to perform this act. And then if they can't, then it's probably, curtains closed and they're not going to be able to do it again. When they get to that final part, the effects of being on the Twin Towers is like breathtaking, and it gives you anxiety. And they really take their time with the final act. When he does get on the wire, they move at a very slow pace and they enjoy every moment of it. And so, when you go and you're kind of waiting for that setup and they finally get to that and they're performing the heist, you're like, okay, I'm getting into this. And then especially when he gets on the wire, everything just kind of slows down and they take their time with it, which I loved. Yeah, it makes you appreciate what he's done, like his mission. It makes you feel like you've accomplished something with him. But it also helps you remember the Twin Towers because, the movie kind of focuses on them. It's really in remembrance of the Twin Towers. I really love the last shot of the movie. And lastly, I love the music. Alan Silvestri composed it, like the main theme song. He usually works with Robert Zemeckis, and it was really good. It was like really sweet, but also beautiful at the same time. If you were like, well, maybe I should go see it, you'll probably like it if you like those kind of simple but quirky movies. Like some of Zemeckis' work, like Back to the Future, it's good for the whole family. It can be quirky at times, but it really works. And then also go see it if you like to watch daring feats by someone else, like Everest. You wouldn't want to climb Everest, but you don't mind seeing a movie about it and seeing that happen. So go see this movie if you feel the same way. If you don't want to walk on a high wire, but you want to see someone else do it. So for me, it averages out to actually about 4 out of 5 stars. I think people are going to complain maybe a little bit about the narration or the length of the first half, but after that point, after all the setup, it really starts to kick in, and it doesn't let up until the end, like literally. And then, also the second half is really what bumps it up for me because it was just jaw-dropping. Would you ever like to try a high wire act? Leave a comment below in the YouTube section or wherever I post this. And then make sure to like this video, especially if you like my beer this episode. I don't know if it'll be here next time, but it's here this time. Make sure to share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then lastly, send me some emails at moviereedviews@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Well, it's me, Pinocchio here. I really don't like high wire acts. I guess I do. I'm a puppet. I'll give it 4 out of 5 strings.